All right, good evening, guys. Ken at Tortoise Capital Nightly Strategy Podcast for Friday night, February 2nd, 2024. Start with the hybrid swing portfolio. Just a second. There we go. And this is Alcoa, 30-minute chart. This blue box is the 5-day look back. This yellow box is today's price. This orange is the Dragon, the 10-period Bollinger Band, plus or minus a half. So we had an opening here, and it reversed and crossed the VWAP. I tried the 1, 2, 3 entry. It failed for half an hour. It then reversed, and when it crossed the Dragon again, I went long and got about 1 hour. So a lot of work for not much. AI, I closed yesterday's 1, 2, 3 entry. It had closed here, but then it gapped down and started failing, so I got out of that with about half an hour. It sold off to the PSAR, held support 1, 2, 3 entry when it left the river, or left the Dragon, I should say. Re-entered with a standard risk and cashed 1 hour. So basically 1.5 for the day out of that series. The Aussie dollar was just amazing once again. Gave me a PSAR flip, crossed the Bollinger Band mean, so I got short with a standard risk, and it just dropped like a stone. Exited when it held support, and the Dragon came down and took that one for about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4. Caterpillar, yesterday's little 1, 2, 3 entry, which closed well, opened here and then just took off. And because it had cleared all previous resistance, I put the second position on. I said, what am I doing? Let's put a third position on. And it closed here, and I'm going to hold that one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6R on the first one, 3R on the second one, maybe 1R on the third one. So that's a total of 10R, 2 days, 3 positions, and closing well above the Dragon and no resistance in sight. So I'm liking that one in a great American company. Cliff, no trade. CBS, no trade. I missed the short side trade on that one. DIA, yesterday's 1, 2, 3 entry. This looks a lot like CAT, and it should. They're kind of in the same category. It closed here. I was able to ride out that little storm. It stayed above the VWAP, and above the PSAR, so I felt good. When it recovered and crossed the Dragon, I added a second position and then a third position, and it closed pretty well. And that's about 6R. Disney, no trade. All I did on this one was eat a loss. So yesterday's 1, 2, 3 entry, which closed here, gapped all the way down to here. So I ended up converting about a 3R win from yesterday into a 1R loss for today. And then I didn't have the zero state to be able to trade that one. So that one stung. Devon Energy, no trade. The weakness in energy continues. This is emerging markets. This was a gap down. Closed here, it gapped down to here, was falling through the Bollinger Band mean, broke the PSAR. So I got short, standard risk. It reversed. I took it at the VWAP exit, and that's about a half an hour. Ethereum, no trade. You can't go short that one. EWW, no trade. There was a caught a 2 in there. EWZ, this was a big gap down. So here's the close. Big gap down, therefore it's a high priority to trade. It continued to fail after the first bar. So I shorted with the standard risk. It went down here. When it curled back, here's the R10 tipping point. I take the exit here for +1. Intel, this was yesterday's trade. I cashed that one, thank goodness. This thing gapped all the way down to here, and we got short, standard risk. It dropped like a stone and then started rocketing back up and then rocketing all the way down and rocketing back up with a higher low. So I said, that's enough of that. And cash +1. Missed this move, but 1 R on that one. IP, I missed this short. I just span of control. That was very tradable on the 3-minute. I just didn't have it on the radar screen. IYR. So this was disappointing. Yesterday had 2 positions which closed here, and then it gapped all the way down here, and so now the second position is negative, and it cancels out the winning position on the first one. So I went from a really nice intraday trade of about 5R to just about a scratch. But fortunately, I avoided this and didn't trade it short. Took the 1, 2, 3 entry with standard risk, and it paid off. So we came out of this thing with 2R when there was a potential of 10 available. Some days the bear gets you. Coca-Cola. This is another nice position which closed here yesterday. It gapped down to here and started selling, so we cashed it to lock in about 4R, and then watched it sell all the way off, and then a 1, 2, 3 entry after the R10 reversed. Standard risk, 0.3 win. Regional banks, no trade. McDonald's. So this was yesterday's trade, which closed here, and we held that. It gapped all the way down to here, so I gave half of it back, exited with that win for about 3R. That's fine. It came all the way down. It reversed up. When it crossed the Bollinger Band mean, I got long. It immediately failed for 1R. It then reversed. I took the same entry, same standard risk. This one worked. Exited here for 1, 2, 3R. So this 3 and -1, the intraday trade nets 2, the overnight trade netted 3. Merck, we closed out that trade in the usual way. This little reversal intraday with a nice tight risk box closed wonderfully and to here, and then it gapped up monkeyed around, never went anywhere. When it rolled over, we exited here for 7R. Microsoft got the gap up and go, closed holding 4R and at the close. Tech leadership. Marijuana rolled over. We had this one from yesterday. It's closed here. It continued to run, rolled over. When it rolls over, I take the exit at the edge of the dragon. Six R. Nike morning hook 2R in the usual way. Nvidia beauty. Yesterday's caught a 2 and crossing of the Bollinger Band mean. Tight risk. Closed well. Gapped up, continued to go. Second position, third position, rolled over, exit, 15R. NVIDIA, tech leader, AI champion. It's got to be on your radar screen. Morning hook for half an hour in PBW. Rivian, half an hour morning hook. SPY was nothing but straight up all day to reject all of the Fed selling. It gave us a second day of powerful moves. So all the US large caps crushed it today. You got to be able to see the market doing that and know where you want to focus your attention. Tesla, this was a winning trade yesterday, which gapped down here and ended up losing half an hour. I thought about this little hook, and when it crossed, I didn't take it, and then it went crushing, smashing north. Walmart, beauty. So yesterday's little emerging dragon, which closed well, it continued to go. So I added a second position. I said, what am I doing? This is Walmart, third position and fourth position right away. When it rolled over, I want you to now make a decision. At that point, 15 minutes before the close, you're holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one is holding 8R. That one's holding 3, 2, and 1. So you're holding 14R of gains right here on that kind of a move over the last 5 days, and it's at an all-time high. How much of that do you carry over the weekend? What's your decision on Walmart at that location? Do you add to the position? Do you hold the position? Do you sell some of the position? Do you sell all the position? Do you add, hold, partial sell, or sell all? Or do you sell all and go short? I added 2 more. I'm holding 14R. We'll see how that goes. The jobs announcement today was just off the hook, and the S&P's at an all-time high. And even Larry Kudlow is giving praise to the Biden economy. No trade in U.S. steel. There's some sniper trades of the day. These are all on 3-minute. This is cat. Here's the open. This thing moves right here, gives me an emerging dragon. I'm long with a standard risk below the Bollinger Band mean. Scratch. Caught a 2 re-entry. 3R. Caught a 2 re-entry, loses half. Caught a 2 re-entry, adds 3. So when you total that up, 0, 3, -1, 3, net 5, no overnight risk. This one is Microsoft. Here's the close. Here's the gap up, well above yesterday's VWAP. I buy it. There's my risk is below the RL10. Tech leader. There's a 1R win and then a immediate pot of 2 re-entry. Scratch. Caught a 2 re-entry. +1. So that's that nets 2R in Microsoft. Oh, we already did cap, sorry. This is NVIDIA. In addition to the swing trade, here's yesterday's close. Here's a gap up and an OR3. It breaks out above that, so we're long with the standard risk. Two R, caught a 2 re-entry. 3R. So that's an additional 5R on the intraday trade on a tech leader that already had a strong swing trade on it. And so that's really just a turbo entry. Now, George, I know you traded this one on the 30-minute and you went long in the first 30 minutes. And I got to show you, if you're going to trade in the first 30 minutes, look at the 3-minute bars. There's no COTA 2 entry on this performer. Here's where it closed yesterday after that big, strong move. It gaps down to here. It does a little wiggle up and then down and close. The next bar is down. That's an OR3 entry short all day. Never look back. Here's where the R10 begins to hook back up. And in this bar, it comes up and hits the skin of the dragon. So I get out at 1.8. That should have been a 1.8 short trade. Yeah. So when I look at this one here, right, there's no COTA 2 entry signal on that first bar. It opens here. It's a gap down, and then it starts. So I don't see I don't understand the long entry. Hamad does a nice job net today. Gets the second leg down short, a win. It reverses into the SSC. Nice. Caught a two. Quick cut. Tries the Z3 breakout. Quick cut. Quick cut. Nothing there. So ends up netting zero. But I think this was forcing it a little bit too much. And we gave back 1.3 in the middle of a trade that's stuck right in the middle of the zero line. Those are not needed. There were other things that were moving like crazy. I mean, like Caterpillar, um, Nvidia, IYR was moving while this was grinding. Again, forcing it when there were other things moving. We're forcing it again. Getting the second leg up on MSOS that's good work. Now, see, like here's one that's going up while all those other things were grinding and going sideways and just chewing you up. This thing was in play. It sold off harsh. There's an SSC in here, and there's a COTA 2 in or an ED in there. And then when that rolls over, you get a CD, a CD, and you did get that one, but and the reentry should be there. This is good work all day. 2.6 in NVIDIA. So I'd rather see you doubling up on that than uh, grinding away losses on sideways quiet channels. Tesla, this is good timing inside here. Was this a stop and reverse? Yeah, that's really good. That is really good. 3.4 and 1.8 on that one. This is this is just part of doing business, holding things overnight. You saw me get burned on this too. One in hand, and then it comes back to scratch. When this holds and breaks out, I almost treat that like another COTA 2. It is a COTA 2. That was possible. We already looked at Coke. Reasonable effort. It just didn't follow through in the Bitcoin. That's outstanding right there. Really good exit. 1, 2, 3 in Walmart. Nailed that one. And I just got to say, Walmart's one of my preferred traders. This is pretty good risk management. I wouldn't chase that on a Friday. So this was better today. This was better, making some progress. Weekend reports. All right, bullish normal. This is the weekend report. Overbought everywhere. Risk off is warning us of the potential for sharp moves. Um, the only thing crazy I did this weekend was the Walmart trade. I just don't. The more I think about it, the more I don't like it. Adding to that position, we'll see. It'll probably reward me with a gap up and go to lure me into doing that more. So be it. Still at 100% exposed on ETF2. That means all 10 of the ETF for the global markets are above their 4-month moving. It's harder to get better than this for the long side posture. It really is. In the RLFF lens, um, the RL10 and 30 are both rocketing up. The 90 is as strong as it can be, and it's above the 270, which is also up. And there's no resistance anywhere to be seen. This is all good rocket ship. The 3 day obviously is going to show the same thing. It has cleared the previous peak. Off we go. This what used to be the all-time high. So we are well above it. No resistance overhead. Hold your nose and buy it. 150-day look back. This was the 1 day Fed sell off and 2 days of recovery to all-time highs. Fireworks is the name for that in this in the sniper methodology. So here was the Fed day of selling, the gap down and harsh sell-off. Is it going to come all the way back? Is it going to fail? Oh no, no. In fact, they just gapped up, got it all back yesterday. Today gapped up and ran it all the way back up to here to close at an all-time high. All-time high close, I should say. So that's looking good. That's the 30-minute chart. And again, there's your here's your Fed sell. That's where the Fed announcement happened. So that's the Fed sell. Here's your little gap up and go yesterday. Here's the little gap up and go today. So 2 days of serious buying. They came in and hit that hard. Let's check the winners now in the blended monthly rebalancing portfolios. Tech, SPY, diamonds, small caps, mid caps, and U.S. real estate. That's all U.S. all the time. Japan is outperforming, and treasuries even had a bonus. So it's the old reliables. And then the S&P tech has been even better than the NASDAQ tech, except there was a slight advantage to the NASDAQ this week. But to me, it's still XLK as the show. ETF 32. Not much else to see here. In the Dow 30, who are the winners this week? Caterpillar, Amgen, Merck recovering nicely, Visa, and the mighty Walmart. Walmart has a lot of room to catch up before it gets out of the hole it was in. So that to me is the big value play right there. Man, it's nice. But meanwhile, Caterpillar, IBM, Microsoft, yeah, that's good eating right there. Global markets, the US very strong, tech, which is the Qs, extremely strong. India, extremely strong. Finance and tech and industrials. That's what you want. That's the US. in terms of broad asset classes, equities in the form of the S&P are just crushing treasuries, real estate, blended commodities, precious metals, and oil. There's nothing even close to the strength and quality of the S&P. It's this is an equity market uh, payoff here. All right. All right. Let's see. Um, all the usual suspects still in play: home builders, tech, growth, Nasdaq, all U.S. all the time. Go to the daily. We've already seen those. Let's go to the first dashboard. Long-term breakouts here. And it's the 10-day, 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month breakouts for Caterpillar, Merck, Nvidia, and Walmart. We even talked about them yesterday. Yesterday's winners were today's winners. Marijuana, S&P, consumer discretionary, and diamonds, all-time high. DIA is the show. A handful of favorable auto framers. I like Boeing, Cisco, and Intel's going to start playing ball pretty soon. You got to believe in that. I wouldn't be surprised to see a run in 3M too. That an 11-1 uh, payoff is too good to ignore. And then in the squeezes, IBM, 3M, and Boeing being dominated by the summer and spring in both the large caps and the ETFs. Clear winners today: Diamonds, Industrials in the S&P, Merck, AXP, Walmart, Cat. Same story. The most important chart in the whole report. This is all good. Leaving the station, the RL90 is stretching out. It was tempting to roll over, but it voted up. The 30 is rolling up, and the 10 actually rolled up a little bit today. So hard to be better than this. The only cautionary tale, and it's a good one, is that volatility, um, the, uh, the fact that we are so high in the Z scores, and the risk Z has is given a little warning that this is all too good to believe in. So I don't believe in it. I'm just following the price higher. That would be my recommendation. All right, guys, that's everything for today. Story time in the morning. The book club sessions are just excellent. They are so good. Encourage you to listen to. All right, guys, take good care, and we will see you soon.